Hey Switch fans, welcome back to SwitchTop. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the top 30 most popular Nintendo Switch games that everyone's playing right now. These aren't just good games, these are the titles that are dominating the charts and getting everyone talking, so grab your Joy-Cons and let's jump in. Super Mario RPG brings back the classic SNES adventure with gorgeous modern visuals that still keep that nostalgic charm. Mario teams up with Princess Peach, Bowser, and two new friends, Mallow and Geno, to stop the evil Smithy gang who has taken over Bowser's castle and shattered the Star Road. The turn-based combat is simple but fun. You time button presses to do extra damage or block attacks better. What makes this special is seeing Mario, Peach, and Bowser work together as a team. You explore colorful worlds, solve puzzles, and fight bosses in creative ways. The story is funny and heartwarming without being too complicated. Plus, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing and will stick in your head for days. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. This collection packs 7 legendary fighting games that defined arcade culture in the 90s and 2000s. You pick teams of Marvel superheroes like Spider-Man and Wolverine fighting alongside Capcom characters like Ryu and Chun-Li. The story varies by game, but it's always about heroes from different worlds coming together to fight cosmic threats. The fighting system is fast and flashy. You build up super meter to unleash incredible special moves and team up attacks that look like comic book panels come to life. Each character has unique moves and combos, so there's tons to learn. The online play lets you fight players worldwide, and the rollback netcode makes matches smooth. Whether you're a fighting game veteran or newcomer, this collection has something for everyone who loves epic superhero battles. Bayonetta 3 puts you in the stylish boots of the Umbra Witch as she faces her toughest challenge yet. Alternate versions of herself are being killed across the multiverse. Without spoiling anything, this story gets wild with dimension hopping and shocking twists that'll keep you guessing. The combat is all about chaining together combos while dodging at the perfect moment to slow down time and counterattack. What's new here are the massive demon slave summons. You can call forth huge creatures like trains and spiders to devastate enemies in spectacular fashion. The action never stops as you fight through multiple realities, each with unique challenges. Bayonetta's attitude and over-the-top style make every fight feel like a fashion show mixed with an action movie. It's challenging but rewarding once you master the timing. Tunic looks like a cute adventure game, but it's actually a clever puzzle that makes you feel like you're discovering a lost classic. You play as a small fox exploring ruins and fighting enemies with a sword and shield. The genius twist is that you find pages of the game's manual as you play, slowly learning how everything works. Combat requires timing and strategy. You can't just button mash your way through. The world is full of secrets and hidden paths that reward careful exploration. It perfectly captures that feeling of playing a game without knowing the rules and figuring everything out yourself. Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley is a peaceful adventure game based on the beloved Finnish stories about the Moomins. You play as Snufkin, a wandering musician who returns to Moominvalley in spring to find it overrun by park keepers enforcing silly rules with "keep out" signs everywhere. The story is about freedom, friendship, and finding harmony with nature without any violence or conflict. The gameplay revolves around exploring beautiful hand-drawn environments, playing your harmonica to solve puzzles, and helping the valley's creatures. monsters. You'll pull up those annoying signs, restore natural paths, and bring music back to the world. The game teaches patience and observation. You need to watch how nature works and find gentle solutions. It's incredibly relaxing and perfect for unwinding after a stressful day, with stunning art that captures the magic of the original books. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom continues Link's adventure after Breath of the Wild, but now Hyrule has floating islands in the sky and mysterious depths underground. Zelda disappears early on after a discovery beneath Hyrule Castle releases an ancient evil, and Link must explore this expanded 3-layer world to find her. The game adds incredible building mechanics. You can fuse almost any objects together to create vehicles, bridges, and wild contraptions using your new Ultra Hand power. The fuse ability lets you attach items to weapons and shields for unique effects. Ascend lets you phase through ceilings, and Recall reverses time on objects. These powers completely change how you solve puzzles and explore. Whether you're building a flying machine or creating the perfect weapon combo, the game encourages creativity and experimentation in ways that constantly surprise you. Grapple Dogs. Cosmic Canines is a colorful 2D platformer where you play as Pablo, a spacefaring dog with a grappling hook who must save the galaxy from an evil cat empire. The story is simple but charming. Pablo and his crew travel between planets, helping aliens and collecting cosmic gems while stopping the bad guys. The grappling hook mechanics are the star here. You swing through levels with momentum-based movement that feels incredibly satisfying once you get the rhythm down. You can grapple to any surface, launch yourself in any direction, and chain swings together for amazing speed runs. Each planet has unique challenges and visual themes, from jungle worlds to space stations. The difficulty ramps up nicely, teaching you new techniques gradually. The pixel art is gorgeous, the music is catchy, and the controls are tight. It's pure platforming joy that anyone can pick up and play. Vampire Survivors looks simple, but becomes incredibly addictive once you understand its genius. You control a character who moves around automatically. Your only job is to survive waves of monsters for 30 minutes while your weapons fire on their own. The hook is the upgrade system. Every time you level up, you choose new weapons or power-ups that combine in crazy ways. A simple magic wand might evolve into a devastating holy spell when paired with the right item. Each run feels different as you experiment with weapon combinations and try to create the most overpowered build possible. The graphics are deliberately retro, but the gameplay is pure modern addiction. Runs are short enough that you always want to try just one more, but deep enough that you're constantly discovering new strategies. It's the perfect game for quick sessions or long grinding marathons. Doom Eternal turns demon slaying into a high-speed dance of destruction, where you play as the legendary Doomslayer fighting to save Earth from a demonic invasion. The story involves ancient aliens, betrayal, and the Slayer's mysterious past. But honestly, you're here to rip and tear through hellish enemies. The combat forces you to stay aggressive. You get health from glory kills, armor from flame belch, and ammo from chainsaw kills, so camping in corners will get you killed. You have a huge arsenal from shotguns to plasma rifles, each perfect for different situations. The platforming between fights adds verticality as you swing, dash, and climb through incredible environments. Every weapon feels powerful, every enemy has weaknesses to exploit, and the metal soundtrack pumps you up for the chaos. It runs amazingly well on Switch, delivering console-quality demon destruction on the go. Hades is the perfect blend of storytelling and gameplay where you play as Zagreus, son of Hades, trying to escape the underworld to find his missing mother. Every time you die, you wake up back home and learn more about your family's drama through conversations with beautifully written characters. The combat is smooth and satisfying. You choose from different weapons and receive random power-ups from the Olympic gods that change your abilities in dramatic ways. No two runs feel the same because the boon combinations create endless variety. The genius is how death advances the story instead of punishing you. You're always making progress either through permanent upgrades or relationship development. The art style is gorgeous, the voice acting is top-notch, and the music perfectly matches every moment. It respects your time while offering incredible depth, making it easy to play for 20 minutes or 4 hours straight.
Dead to the last.
Dead Cells is a fast-paced action game where you play as a headless prisoner trying to escape a constantly changing prison island. Every time you die, the castle layout changes, but you keep some progress through permanent upgrades and new weapons you unlock. The combat is all about quick reflexes. You roll, dodge, and slash through enemies with swords, whips, and magical powers. What makes this special is how smooth everything feels. Your character moves like water, chaining attacks and dodges together perfectly. The story unfolds slowly through environmental clues about a plague that destroyed the kingdom. You'll find new weapons and abilities that completely change how you play, from freezing enemies to setting them on fire. Each run feels different because of the random layouts and weapon drops, keeping you coming back for just one more try every single time. Red Dead Redemption brings the Wild West to your Switch, putting you in the boots of John Marston, a former outlaw forced to hunt down his old gang members to save his family from government agents. The story takes you across the dying frontier as civilization closes in on the lawless West. You'll ride horses across vast deserts, get into shootouts with bandits, and experience one of gaming's most emotional stories about redemption and family. The combat lets you use Deadeye mode to slow time and target multiple enemies for cinematic gunfights. Between missions, you can hunt animals, play poker, help strangers, or just explore the beautiful open world. The game captures the feeling of being a cowboy perfectly, from horseback chases to dramatic standoffs at high noon. It's amazing that this massive console experience runs so well on Switch, letting you take the Wild West anywhere you go.
Come on now! Stop that!
Now move up to that crate. I'll cover you. Stay close.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the biggest fighting game celebration ever made, featuring over 80 characters from Nintendo and beyond battling it out on iconic stages. There's no deep story mode, but the World of Light adventure has all the fighters turned into spirits by a cosmic villain, and you must save them. The fighting is easy to learn but hard to master. Everyone can have fun button mashing, but pros spend years perfecting combos and techniques. Each fighter feels completely unique, from Mario's balanced moves to Pikachu's speed, or Bowser's raw power. You can play with items for crazy fun, or turn them off for serious competition. The online mode lets you fight players worldwide, while local multiplayer supports up to 8 players for incredible party battles. With constant updates and new fighters being added, this is the ultimate celebration of gaming history that never gets old. The Witcher 3 puts you in the role of Geralt, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter Ciri, while a supernatural army called the Wild Hunt chases her across the world. The main story deals with family, destiny, and hard moral choices, but the real magic is in the side quests. Every random mission tells a complete story with meaningful characters. Combat combines swordplay with magic signs. You can set enemies on fire, create protective shields, or control mines in battle. The world is massive and alive, alive, filled with contracts to hunt dangerous monsters, treasures to find, and people who need help. Your choices actually matter and change how the story ends, making every decision feel important. The complete edition includes all DLC, giving you hundreds of hours of content. It's incredible that this huge RPG runs on Switch. You can explore one of gaming's greatest worlds anywhere you want to go.
Curses! What's casting curses?
Astral Chain is a unique action game where you play as a rookie police officer in humanity's last city, fighting interdimensional creatures with the help of captured demons called legions. The story starts with your twin sibling getting corrupted, and you must uncover a conspiracy while the world falls apart around you. What makes this special is the dual character combat. You control both your officer and your tethered legion at the same time. You can wrap the chain around enemies to trip them, position your legion for combo attacks, or use it to solve puzzles in the environment. Between action sequences, you investigate crime scenes, question witnesses, and help citizens like a real police officer. The anime-style graphics are gorgeous, and the soundtrack perfectly matches the cyberpunk setting. Monster Hunter Rise drops you into the village of Kimura, where you become a hunter protecting people from massive monsters that threaten the land. The story involves an ancient calamity called the Rampage that's driving monsters crazy, but honestly, you're here to hunt giant dragons and craft armor from their parts. The combat is all about learning each monster's behavior, when they attack, where they're weak, and how to dodge their devastating moves. You choose from 14 different weapon types, each with completely different playstyles, from fast dual blades to massive hammers. The new wirebug system lets you zip around the environment and perform special attacks, making combat more mobile than ever. You can hunt solo or team up with friends online to take down the toughest beasts. Every successful hunt gives you materials to craft better gear, creating an addictive loop of hunting bigger monsters to fight even bigger monsters.
You're done for!
13 Sentinels tells the story of 13 teenagers who pilot giant robots to defend humanity from mysterious invaders, but the plot involves time travel, conspiracies, and twists that'll blow your mind. The story jumps between different time periods and characters, slowly revealing connections that make you go, oh wow, when pieces click together. The game splits into two parts: visual novel segments, where you explore beautifully animated scenes and make dialogue choices, and strategy battles, where you command mechs against waves of enemies. The combat is surprisingly deep, despite simple controls. You manage multiple units, use terrain advantages, and balance different mech types for maximum effectiveness. What makes this incredible is how the complex story stays engaging without getting confusing. Each character has their own perspective on events, and figuring out how their stories connect is half the fun.
I'm okay now.
Gotta think.
Octopath Traveler II brings classic JRPG adventures to life with stunning HD 2D graphics that make sprites look like living paintings. You follow 8 different heroes, each with their own personal story: a dancer seeking revenge, a scholar uncovering ancient secrets, or a merchant building a trading empire. The stories start separate but weave together as you discover connections between the characters. The turn-based combat uses a boost system where you save up points to unleash powerful attacks, and each character has unique abilities for exploring towns. Some can steal items, while others can duel NPCs or gather information. The job system lets you mix and match abilities between characters, creating custom builds for different strategies. Each character's story takes you to different parts of a beautiful world filled with secrets to discover.
It's my turn.
Metroid Dread puts you back in Samus's power suit as she investigates a planet where deadly EMMI robots hunt her through dark corridors. The story involves ancient alien races and Samus discovering more about her own mysterious origins, but the real tension comes from those terrifying robot encounters. The game perfectly balances exploration with pure terror. Most of the time, you're freely exploring interconnected areas, finding upgrades and solving environmental puzzles, but EMMI zones turn the game into survival horror, where you must sneak past nearly indestructible hunters. Samus controls better than ever with fluid movement that makes wall jumping and speed running feel incredible. You'll gain classic power-ups like missiles and the Morph Ball alongside new abilities that open up previously blocked paths. The counterattack system makes combat feel dynamic and rewarding when you nail the timing. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild revolutionized open-world games by dropping you into post-apocalyptic Hyrule with complete freedom to explore however you want. Link wakes up after 100 years to find the kingdom in ruins, and Princess Zelda trapped fighting Calamity Ganon, but you can literally walk straight to the final boss if you're brave enough. The genius is in the physics system. Fire spreads naturally, metal conducts electricity, and objects behave exactly like you'd expect them to. You can climb almost any surface, glide across vast distances, and solve puzzles in creative ways using your tablet powers. Combat rewards experimentation with weapons that break, forcing you to try new tactics and adapt constantly. The world feels truly alive with dynamic weather, wildlife, and NPCs living their own lives. Every mountain peak hides secrets, every shrine offers new challenges, and every session brings discoveries you never expected. Super Mario Bros. Wonder takes everything you love about 2D Mario and cranks the creativity up to 11 with the new Wonder effects that completely transform levels in wild ways. The story takes Mario and friends to the Flower Kingdom to help Prince Florian stop Bowser from merging with the Wonder Flower and taking over. What makes this game special is how Wonder Seeds trigger crazy transformations. You might turn into a Goomba, see pipes grow legs and walk around, or watch the whole level change into a musical number. The Elephant Power-Up lets you smash blocks and spray water, while new badges give you abilities like wall jumping or starting levels with power-ups. With 12 playable characters and online features that let you help other players, every level feels fresh and surprising. The creativity never stops, making each stage a delightful surprise that'll have you grinning from ear to ear. Pikmin 4 perfects Nintendo's unique strategy series where you command tiny plant creatures to solve puzzles and explore a mysterious planet. You play as a rescue team member searching for castaways, including Captain Olimar himself, who's gone missing. The game introduces Ochi, your adorable space dog companion who can carry Pikmin, swim across water, and help you reach new areas. The Pikmin themselves are the stars. Red ones resist fire, blue ones can go underwater, and new ice Pikmin can freeze enemies in water. You'll throw your colorful army at obstacles, have them carry treasures back to base, and fight giant bugs in real-time strategy battles. The game strikes a perfect balance between relaxing exploration and light time management, with night expeditions adding exciting new challenges. The controls work great in handheld mode, and the charming world is full of secrets that reward curious players. Metroid Prime Remastered brings the GameCube classic to Switch with stunning visual upgrades that make this 20-year-old game look like it was made yesterday. You play as bounty hunter Samus Aran exploring the alien planet Talon 4, which has been corrupted by a substance called Phazon. The story unfolds through environmental storytelling and scan logs that reveal the tragic fate of the planet's inhabitants. What makes Prime special is how it translates 2D Metroid gameplay into 3D perfectly. You'll scan environments for clues, levels, find upgrades that unlock new areas, and engage in lock-on combat with space pirates and creatures. The game seamlessly blends shooting, platforming, and puzzle solving as you gain new visors and beam weapons. The interconnected world design means every new power-up opens up previously blocked paths, creating that classic aha moment when you realize where you can go next. Animal Well is a mysterious pixel art adventure where you play as a small, glowing creature exploring a vast underground world filled with strange animals and ancient puzzles. There's no dialogue or text. The story is told entirely through visual clues and environmental details that slowly reveal the history of this weird place. The gameplay focuses on exploration and clever puzzle solving using simple tools like a yo-yo, slinky, and bubble wand in creative ways. What makes this game incredible is how every screen hides multiple layers of secrets. Things you think are just background details turn out to be important puzzle elements hours later. The animals you encounter aren't enemies but part of the environment, each with unique behaviors that become puzzle mechanics. The game respects your intelligence, never holding your hand but always giving you the tools to figure things out. NieR Automata tells the story of androids 2B and 9S fighting machine invaders on post-apocalyptic Earth, but saying more would spoil one of gaming's most mind-bending narratives. The game starts as a straightforward action RPG, but evolves into something completely different that breaks the fourth wall in incredible ways. Combat blends hack and slash action with bullet hell patterns, letting you customize your android with plug-in chips that change your abilities and playstyle. You'll switch between melee combat and ranged shooting while dodging intricate bullet patterns that fill the screen. The world shifts between 2D and 3D perspectives, and different areas completely change the gameplay style. Sometimes you're playing a shoot 'em up, other times a platformer. What makes NieR special is how it uses video game mechanics to tell its story about consciousness, humanity, and what it means to be alive.
Pod program download complete.
Prince of Persia. The Lost Crown brings back the classic Prince of Persia formula with gorgeous hand-drawn animation and some of the tightest platforming controls you'll ever experience. You play as Sargon, a member of the Immortals warrior group searching for the kidnapped Prince Ghassan in the cursed Mount Kaf, where time itself is broken. The time manipulation powers are the heart of the game. You can slow down time, create time echoes of yourself, and even rewind objects to solve puzzles. The combat combines precise sword fighting with magical abilities, requiring you to learn enemy patterns and use your time powers strategically. The Metroidvania-style exploration rewards you with new abilities that open up previously blocked paths, and the map system lets you take screenshots to remember puzzle solutions. The parkour platforming feels incredible, with wall running, pole swinging, and precise jumps that chain together smoothly. Shin Megami Tensei Faith. Vengeance puts you in the role of a high school student who gets transported to a post-apocalyptic version of Tokyo called Da'at, where angels and demons battle for control of reality. After fusing with a mysterious being called Aogami, you become the forbidden Nahobino and must choose the fate of the world. The Vengeance Edition adds a completely new story route with different characters and plot developments, basically giving you two games in one. The turn-based combat revolves around exploiting enemy weaknesses to gain extra turns, while the Demon Fusion system lets you combine your recruited demons to create more powerful allies. You'll negotiate with demons to join your party, offering them money, items, or just having conversations to convince them. The moral choices you make determine which ending you get, and none of them are clearly right or wrong. Persona 5 Royal follows a high school student who gains the power to enter people's corrupted hearts and steal their distorted desires, reforming corrupt adults who abuse their power. You'll balance daily life as a student, making friends, studying, working part-time jobs, with infiltrating supernatural palaces as a phantom thief. The turn-based combat focuses on exploiting weaknesses to knock down enemies and perform devastating all-out attacks with your team. Your personas are manifestations of your inner self that give you magical powers, and you can fuse them together to create stronger ones. The social simulation aspect is just as important as the dungeon crawling. Building relationships improves your combat abilities and unlocks new story content. The game tackles serious themes like corruption, abuse of power, and finding your place in society through stylish presentation and unforgettable characters.
Persona. Go down!
Hollow Knight drops you into the decaying underground kingdom of Hallownest as a small, silent knight exploring the ruins of a once great civilization. The story unfolds through environmental clues and cryptic dialogue, slowly revealing the tragic history of a kingdom brought low by an ancient infection. Armed with your trusty nail sword and various spells, you'll explore interconnected areas filled with challenging enemies and precise platforming sections. The charm system lets you equip different combinations of abilities to customize your playstyle. Some charms increase your damage, while others give you extra health or new movement options. Combat requires patience and skill as you learn enemy patterns and find openings to strike. The hand-drawn art style creates a hauntingly beautiful world that feels both melancholy and mysterious. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 concludes the epic trilogy with the most emotionally powerful story yet, following 6 soldiers from 2 warring nations who discover their world's dark secrets. Noah and Mio's groups start as enemies, but team up when they learn their entire lives have been built on lies. Their societies exist in an endless cycle of conflict that serves a sinister purpose. The real-time combat lets you control one character while your party members act automatically, with special chain attacks that pause the action for strategic planning. The job class system allows characters to learn abilities from different roles, letting you customize your party's strengths. What makes this game special is how it weaves personal relationships into the larger story about war, identity, and finding meaning in a seemingly meaningless world. The world design is breathtaking, featuring massive environments that make you feel like an ant exploring a giant's playground. And there you have it, the top 30 most popular Nintendo Switch games that everyone's talking about right now. From mind-bending adventures to epic JRPGs, there's something here for every type of gamer. Which game are you most excited to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what you're playing right now. Don't forget to hit that like button if this helped you discover your next gaming obsession, and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content every week. Thanks for watching.